Hello and welcome to our section of geometry. In this video, we're going to cover topics such as triangle properties, type of triangles, the inequality triangle theorem, area and perimeter. Let's start having some fun. One of the most important characteristics about triangles is that the sum of the interior angles is always 180. What that means is that the value of x plus y plus z always has to be 180. Let's do an example. Let's say that we have to figure out the value of x. Well, I know that 56 plus 65 plus x is equals to 180. Solving for the value of x, I have that 121 plus x equals 180. Also, x equals 180 minus 21. Finally, x equals to 59. Another example, I have here y and x. As you can see, I have two variables. First, I need to figure out the value of y. I see that 82 and y, they both form a straight angle. What that means is that 82 plus y is equals 180. Therefore, the value of y is going to be equals to 98. Now that I have this value, I'm going to go ahead and figure out the value of x. I know that 98 plus 35 plus x is equals to 180. Solving for the value of x, I have that x equals 47. Let's talk about the different type of triangles. We have here the equilateral triangle. The equilateral triangle has all equal size, therefore also all equal angles. Remember, each angle is going to be 60 degrees. This only happens on an equilateral triangle. The isosceles. The isosceles triangle has two equal sides, therefore the angles have to also be equal. Anytime that I have an isosceles, I need to make sure that I know that the two sides are called the legs and the other side is called the base. Scaling. The scaling is a triangle that does not have equal size. For example, A has to be different than B and B has to be different than C. Let's talk about the triangle inequality theorem. The triangle inequality theorem tells me that the sum of two sides must always be greater than the third side. Well, what that means is that the value of x plus y has to be greater than z, x plus c has to be greater than y, and c plus y has to be greater than x. Let's say that I have this triangle where this size is 5, this size is 6, and this size is 4. I know that 5 plus 6 has to be greater than 4, 5 plus 4 has to be greater than 6, and finally 4 plus 6 has to be greater than 5. Let's do an example of the type of problems they can ask you with this theorem. Let's say that they ask me what are the possible values of z, and they only give me two sides. Well, I have the choices of 6, 7, 4, and 5. In order to figure out this problem, I need to do the following. First, I need to go ahead and find the difference between 3 and 2. In this case, that's 1. Then I need to find the sum between 3 and 2, which in this case is 5. That means that the value of c can be between 1 and 5, not including those numbers. That means that z can be 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2, 3, 4, 4.9999, and so on. Knowing that, I can also figure it out, my other problem, which says, what are the possible values of z? Well, I know that c must be between 1 and 5. It cannot be 6. It cannot be 7. It cannot be 5. Therefore, my answer is going to be c equals 4. Finally, let's talk about the area and perimeter of any triangle. In order to find the area of a triangle, I need this formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. I know that the height is always perpendicular to the base. What that means is that they're going to form a 90-degree angle. Therefore, if I have base 5, height 6, and I need to figure out the area is equals to 1/2 5 times 6. That means that is 30 divided by 2, which is 15. Finally, the area of this triangle is 15 units squared. Now, let's go ahead and find the perimeter. Well, the perimeter of a triangle is the sum of all the sides. Let's say that this guy is 7, 7, and this is 5. Well, the perimeter is going to be found by just adding 7 plus 5, which is equals to 19 units. As you can see, the area and the perimeter are very different. So make sure that you know the difference between both of them. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Thanks for learning, and I'll see you next time.